Hello everyone, I'm Lestari from Statistics Classic D with my lecturer by M. Ririn Ambarini, and I'm from University of PGRI Semarang. Here I would like to present about types of experimental research design. Experimental research design are concerned with examination of the effect of independent variable on the dependent variable. When the independent variable is manipulated through treatment and the effect of those intervention through treatment and the effect of those different types of experimental research design. There are three basic types of experimental research design. These include pre-experimental design, through experimental design, and the last quasi-experimental design. The different types of experimental research design are based on how the research classifies the subject according to various conditions and groups. The first, pre-experimental research design. This research is needed because there are many independent variables that we cannot manipulate either ethically or practically. Pre-experimental research lacks the manipulation of an independent variable by the observer. The observer investigator conditions that naturally occur or that have already occurred. This design can be used as the basis for cause and effect relationship. Types of pre-experimental research design are one short case study, one group pre-test post-test design, and the last static group comparison. And next, the true experimental research design. True experimental research design is regarded as the most accurate form of experimental research, in that it tries to disprove a hypothesis mathematically with statistic analysis, hypothesis, and so on. For some of the physical sciences, such as chemistry and geology, there are standards are commonly used. For social sciences, psychology and biology, they can be a little more difficult to set up. For an experimental to be classed as a true experimental design, it must fit all of the following criteria. There are 1. The sample groups must be assigned randomly. 2. There must be a viable control group. 3. Only one variable can be manipulated and tested. 4. The tested subject must be randomly assigned to either control or experimental groups. Types of true experimental research design are: the first, posted-only control group design to evaluate a situation that cannot be pre-tested. 2. Pretest post-test control group design to study the effect of an effluent on a carefully controlled sample, whole throughout effect. And 3. The Solomon 4 group design to minimize the whole throughout effect. And the 3 is quasi-experimental research design. Quasi-experimental involves the manipulation of independent variable to observe the effect on dependent variable, but it lacks at least one of the two characteristics of the true experimental design. Types of quasi-experimental research design are: the one non-equivalent control group design. It is to investigate a situation where random selection and assignment are not possible. The 2. time series experimental research design. It is to determine the influence of a variable introduced only after a series initial of observation and only where one group is available. The three control group time series design. It is to bolster the validity of the previous design with the addition of a control group. And the fourth is equivalent time series design. It is a equivalent a variant of the previous design with purpose of controlling history time design. So, the experimental research design, there are three types research design, and the first experimental research design, the second true experimental research design, and the last quasi-experimental research design. I think that's all. Thank you.